Red, 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 red. Red, 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 red everywhere. This is my new, to me, Porsche 944. This one comes from 1985, and I bought it from a guy who hadn't even posted it on Craigslist or anything yet. It's got a blown head gasket from what we can tell, and I just turned the lights up to make sure that they would work. And Porsche's got this really cool turn crank on it, so you can retract those headlights if you want. And pop up and down headlights. Go right on down. I really haven't done anything to it yet, but what I did start doing is vacuuming this atrocity. The padding under here has just crumbled into nothing. And I think that overheating the engine did not help that in any way. I needed to pull out the battery. Battery is like dead, 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 dead. Don't believe that fun little green light on the battery charger. That battery is could be a goner. I think it might be a goner, but we'll see. So this one, I checked the codes. It does come from the factory as India red, not Guards red. Of course, Guards in India is supposed to be the same red, but it's hard to say. From what I can tell, the engine has been rebuilt once. I'm going to go through all the paperwork and the service history on it, and we'll find out whether it has been. Now, what's interesting is that VFR is also a 1985, and I did not plan this. I do not have anything special about 1985, but that's just a coincidence. Now, you'll be noticing that the paint on this is not great. It's got a lot of places where the paint is coming apart, especially like in places like this where they didn't tape off properly or they didn't clean properly, and so the paint is actually coming up. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with that, but I was going through to see if there was any rust in here, and surprisingly there is not a lick of rust in this trunk. I haven't seen any rust anywhere on this vehicle at all, not around the door frames or anything. It still has a really nice interior. It's got the cargo cover. It has leather sport seats in it. I just went ahead and took out the spare. Now this does have some corrosion on the spare. This is the carpet that goes in the back, and then this is a sunroof cover from what I can tell. Evidently the sunroof does come off. We will find out later if it does. But I wanted to kind of go into the interior here and show you around a little bit. Let me grab some extra light just in case my camera needs it. So starting in the back seat, this is full leather interior. The back seat is nice black leather. There's no rips, no tears in this. I do need to vacuum it out, but other than that, back seat is great. I saw that the sport seat had a broken lever right there, and I believe that's one of the parts that came with the car. And here is, from 1985, the original Porsche sport seats that are fully bolstered. Inside, the original steering wheel is gone, but it does have a nice Momo leather wrapped steering wheel. The dash is, I'm not certain, but I think this is just a little cover that goes over the dash. I'm gonna have to check. This looks like it might be warped from the sun or from some heat, but I'm not certain. It does have air conditioning and cruise control and power steering, and it does have the really fun little lockable glove box right there. A standard 5-speed. It does have my window switch, rear window wiper switch. I believe that's an antenna up and down right here, not certain. And then I've also got the sunroof switch. This does have a sunroof in it. I was told that the mileage is incorrect, so it is not 28,000. It is that there might be 28,000 on the rebuilt engine. From what we can tell, the head gasket is blown. There is right there, the clip is broken, and that holds the visor up. I do hope that I can find one of those. If I can't, that's gonna be a piece I'll have to make. I do have one that I can model it off of here. And going up, the only thing that is a glaring bad thing in the interior is the back of the headliner here. Just needs to be reconfigured or just put back up, and it looks like the sunroof is kind of like pulled that apart. Other than that, the interior is just really nice, and it's got that 80s kind of vinyl-y, leathery smell, but it's not a bad thing. I don't think this has ever been in a flood or anything. I will be going through the vehicle history and trying to figure out more about this. And then as we look in here, you can see I pulled the battery out, and underneath the battery, that's a point of corrosion for a lot of vehicles. This one doesn't have any corrosion in there, and it does have 40-year-old paint under here, but otherwise looks pretty darn good. And the biggest issue with this Porsche is going to be shown by the dipstick. And we're going to try to zoom in on that. And I don't know if you can see it, but that is a chocolate milkshake. It is not supposed to look all gooey like that. We were not able to get the car to turn over because the battery was just dead. And as far as I know, everything is supposed to work. And it is a sharp looking car at about 20 paces. As you get closer, you can start seeing the paint defects. But that is what you're going to get with a 40-year-old car. All right, thanks for watching.